Charles M. Russell, the cowboy artist of the American West. Charles Marion Russell, often referred to as Charlie, was one of America's most celebrated painters and sculptors of the Western frontier. Born on March 19, 1864 in St. Louis, Missouri, Russell captured the spirit, drama, and authenticity of life in the American West through his vivid and detailed artwork. Known as the Cowboy Artist, he not only painted the landscapes and people of a vanishing era but also lived it, immersing himself in the rugged life of cowboys, Native Americans, and pioneers. Russell's fascination with the West began in childhood. He spent hours sketching images of cowboys and Indians, inspired by dime novels and stories of adventure. At the age of 16, he left home to seek his fortune in Montana Territory, then one of the last frontiers of the United States. There, he worked as a cowboy on ranches and roundups, gaining first-hand experience of the life he would later immortalize in art. These years provided him with an intimate understanding of the West, its people, its animals, and its challenges, that few other artists could match. Unlike many of his contemporaries who depicted the West from afar or with romanticized exaggeration, Russell painted from personal experience. His early artistic efforts were modest, often drawn on scraps of paper and sent home to family. But over time, his talent grew, and so did his reputation. By the turn of the century, Russell had become one of the foremost illustrators and chroniclers of the Old West. His body of work includes hundreds of paintings, drawings, and sculptures that portray a wide range of Western themes. Cowboys at work and rest, dramatic hunting scenes, battles between settlers and Native Americans, and serene landscapes bathed in golden light. One of his most famous paintings, When Sheep Eat Wolves, is a satirical commentary on the changing nature of the West, where domesticated sheep graze peacefully in a land once ruled by predators. This painting, like many others, reflects Russell's deep knowledge of the region's ecology and transformation. Russell's depictions of Native Americans are particularly notable for their dignity and realism. Rather than portraying them as caricatures or villains, he showed them as proud individuals with rich cultures and traditions. Having lived among various tribes and learned their customs, Russell developed a deep respect for Native peoples, which is evident in works such as The Medicine Man and Pagans. These pieces capture the spiritual and cultural depth of indigenous communities, offering a counter-narrative to the stereotypes prevalent in popular media of the time. In addition to his visual art, Russell was also a skilled writer and storyteller. He authored several short stories and collaborated on books about life in the West, often including his own illustrations. His writing, like his paintings, was filled with humor, insight, and a genuine love for the land and its inhabitants. As the West changed with the arrival of railroads, barbed wire, and modernization, Russell became increasingly aware of the passing of an era. His art served as both a celebration and a memorial to the old ways of life. He preserved the memory of a world that was rapidly disappearing, ensuring that future generations could glimpse the beauty, struggle, and complexity of the frontier. By the time of his death on October 24, 1926, Russell had achieved national fame. His works were exhibited across the United States, and he was widely respected not just as an artist, but as a cultural historian. Today, his legacy lives on in museums, galleries, and historical societies, most notably the C.M. Russell Museum in Great Falls, Montana, which houses the largest collection of his works.